What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Pete's Corner. I'm your host, Peter Soprano. To my right, G Money Drizzy Trey.
Yo, people, what's going on?
And this is going to be the first day of the format, so we got to jump right into it. We had some good college games yesterday. I had a really good week, hit 5 out of 6 more picks on Wednesday, but we got to jump right into it because there's limited time. So let's kick it off with the first game of the week. It's probably the biggest game of the week.
Wow.
San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. San Fran +6. What do you got, Dre?
Oh, I got San Fran to win and cover this game, especially since they're playing in Baltimore. Here in the East Coast, it's ugly, it's wet, it's cold. I expect a low-scoring game, hard-hitting football. We know that San Fran could play good defense. And Baltimore, honestly, yes, they've been looking good, but they've been looking good when they're dumping a lot of points on their opponents. And I honestly, with this type of weather, I can't see them doing that. I like San Francisco to roll in this game.
I think that San Fran's going to win the game outright. I just think the NFC is better than the AFC, but I do think Baltimore is the best team in the AFC right now.
And I don't agree with that.
But even if Baltimore wins, I think that at least a 6-point spread, I think San Fran will be able to cover that 6-point spread. Their defense will do it. So
you have them to win and cover as well?
I think they'll win it outright. But
okay. So win and cover, yeah.
So I'm gonna put that, and also that's gonna be my second best pick of the week. So I actually really think San Fran has a legit chance to win that game. So that's my second pick of the week. Second game, Green Bay -6.5 versus the New York Giants. What do you got?
So this is actually my best pick. I like Green Bay to win and cover this 6.5.
Hater.
You know what? After having a horrible game last week against San Fran, they didn't. Honestly, I expect them to bounce back. Again, another low-scoring type of game. They're playing here at the Meadowlands, and it's ugly out here. It's cold. It's wet.
It's fucking freezing.
So again, I expect Green Bay's defense to step up, and I expect them to keep it within that 10 to 13 range. I like Green Bay to win and cover this game. That's my best pick of the week.
All right, I'm gonna also pick Green Bay to win that game. The only thing I worry about is because it's cold weather. You don't know if you don't know when it's gonna start snowing. If it's gonna start sleeting, it may end up messing up the game in terms of how you throw the ball. That's the only reason why it's not my top pick, because I think Green Bay should blow them out, like you said. So as long as the weather doesn't have an effect, I completely agree. I think they should blow them out. So I have Green Bay -6.5. Third game, Philadelphia -10 versus Miami.
I got Philadelphia to win and cover this game. There's not a lot of science behind it. They're playing Miami. I know Miami's been able to put up some points with any opponents they've been in there in the last couple of weeks. But again, with the Cowboys just losing, the Philadelphia are probably sniffing closer to the first place in the division, so I expect them to roll in this game.
I agree with that. I got Philadelphia blowing them out. Miami has put up some good time. Yeah, you want to pick Miami? Miami has put up some good fights this year. They actually around 500 against the spread this year, but
Calabalage all day, baby.
I think Philadelphia, this is their chance to move into a tie with Dallas at the top of the division. I think Philadelphia rolls that one. Next game, your team, the Cleveland invades. Is it in Pittsburgh?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Cleveland invades Pittsburgh after the incident just a couple weeks ago. Cleveland -2. What do you got?
Again, East Coast, ugly game. Obviously, for emotional stand-wise and weather-wise, I like Pittsburgh to win this game. I expect Coach Tomlin to come in with a better game plan against Freddie Kitchens. I can't see Freddie Kitchens going 2-0 against Tomlin.
Let's talk about Freddie Kitchens' shirt though. What was he wearing the other day?
Yeah, well, you should ask the NFL look into
Pittsburgh
that.
started it.
Listen, I expect the defense to come ready, focused, and again, very pivotal game for both teams for the playoffs. I expect Pittsburgh's defense to show up big time in this game. They win and cover.
I think Cleveland's going to actually cover this game. I think they'll win this game and cover the two because they've been playing much better recently. They seem to be going on a little bit of a run. It may be too late for them to make the playoffs, but they're still within close range where they have a shot. So I think this is one of those games where Cleveland has to win if they want to have a shot at the playoffs. If they want a shot to even get to 9-7, they're going to have to win a game like this. So I think they're going to find a way. They've been clicking a little bit better. I got Cleveland -2. Next game, Jets -3.5 versus Cincinnati. Who you got?
So this is actually my underdog pick of the week. I like Cincinnati to get their first win of the season.
Really?
With Andy Dalton coming back, look, the New York Jets. It's just comical how people are even throwing in the possibility of a playoff run at this point for the Jets.
No respect for my buddy Sam Darnold.
Absolutely no respect. Andy
Your boy.
Look, they're playing in Cincinnati. Andy Dalton's coming back. He's probably playing with a chip on his shoulder after he just got benched. And the New York Jets, they're not good at all. They just beat Oakland, but again, I'm still not sold. That's not enough to convince me that the Jets are even close to being good. Give me Cincinnati money line all day to cover this.
Listen, this is one of those games, and
I'm really confident. By the way, I like this pick a lot.
This is one of those games where listen. I could get bitten on this because I remember when I picked the Jets a couple of weeks ago against Miami, and they just completely stunk, and they gave Miami that win. I don't think it's going to be the same thing here. I think the Jets' offense is finally starting to get rolling. Darnold's played really well over the past few games, and I think they actually blow Cincinnati out. So I don't think Cincinnati is that good. I don't think Andy Dalton's that good. And I think they're on their way to getting the top pick to get Burrow for LSU. So I think Jets beat them up a little bit, probably by about 10 points or so. So I got the Jets minus 3.5. Washington plus 10 versus Carolina. Who you got, Dre?
I like Carolina.
By the way, that's actually my pick of the week. I think the Jets. I definitely think the Jets are going to win that game. I think the only way they lose that game is if somebody gets hurt. So that's my number one pick of the week.
Like Sam Darnold.
Yeah, if he gets hurt, then everything changes. But that's my pick of the week. So now Washington plus 10 versus Carolina. What you got?
This Carolina game. I love Carolina. I love Carolina to win, but I have Washington covering this plus 10. I think it'll be a 7-8 point game for Carolina. I just think Washington keeps it close. Again, Washington's not playing great football, but I've been liking what I've been seeing from Dwayne Haskins lately. So I think he keeps it at least somewhat close. And against a lot of points, Carolina hasn't really been doing great for them to tell me that they're going to beat Washington by 10 points. I like Washington to cover. I like Carolina to win.
I think Carolina's been fighting a little bit of a tough schedule recently. The last time we saw them play a team that they should have beaten was when they played against Tennessee and they blew them out. I think they'll do the same thing again today. I think McCaffrey's going to run wild, and I think Carolina wins that game by 20-plus points. I think that's going to be a dominant game for them. So I got Carolina in that game. Tennessee Titans +1 versus the Indianapolis Colts. So you got, Dre?
I'm going to have to go Tennessee to win and cover this game. There's too many injuries on Indy's aspect. No T.Y. Hilton, no Marlon Mack. A healthy team, I probably would have gone a different direction, but Tennessee's been rolling lately. They got momentum, and now they're smelling playoff hopes as well. So again,
whoa! What are you doing? The hell was that? The hell was that? Yo.
We were testing the boo.
Oh, hell no. We tested on somebody else.
We didn't get to test it, before.
We had to test it.
We had to test it, sorry.
We could test that with something.
It's a tricky game. The Tennessee game's a tricky game. It's not a game that I would personally bet, though, but if I did have to bet, I like Tennessee to win and cover this game.
I think Tennessee, actually, this is one of those games where they lose.
Don't be biased. Don't be biased.
They lose to Indianapolis every single time. They started with Jacoby Brissett to start the year, and they still beat them. It didn't matter if it was Andrew Luck or not. Listen, they got Jacoby Brissett starting. T.Y. Hilton isn't playing. Marlon Mack isn't playing. Eric Ebron isn't playing. If the Titans can't win this game, they might as well just shut it down. Like they can't do it. If they can't win this game, they have to just shut it down. They're playing with their third string running back. Their backup quarterback since Andrew Luck retired, like their third and fourth string wide receiver, and they're going with their third string tight end. They have to win this game. I have Tennessee winning this dominantly. I think they'll win this game by 10+ points.
Oh, God.
So I got
bold prediction.
and that's my money line.
Bold
prediction. That's my money line pick of the week. They're gonna win this game. Get the balls out of here.
We have to test it again.
No more testing.
It was a little louder this time.
Oh, get out of here. All right, let's go. I got Tennessee. That's my money line pick of the week. Tampa Bay -2.5 versus Jacksonville.
I like Tampa Bay to win and cover this game. Actually, when the line started, Jacksonville was the favorite. And this was going to be my underdog pick of the week, though. But as you can see, the line's changed. With the field goal, they cover the spread. I'll take Tampa Bay all day, 2.5.
This is a game that I probably personally won't bet. I don't really like this game.
Yeah, tricky game.
It's a kind of a weird game because both teams really aren't good. Jacksonville, who knows what defense is going to show up for them. And Tampa Bay they've been very spurty. They'll come out with one good game, then 3 bad games. So you have no idea what Tampa Bay's team is going to show up. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay just because I think right now their offense can actually play between Jones and Winston and everybody. I think their offense is better. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay minus the 2.5, but I'm not extremely confident in it. But moving on to the next game, Los Angeles Rams, another team that pisses me off every time to play against the Arizona Cardinals. What you got,
You
Dre?
keep picking them.
I picked them last time. Like,
well, look, after being embarrassed on Monday night, I have this thing. The Los Angeles Rams have no picks. They got no draft picks. They got to work with who they have now. They just paid golf. They just gave away 2 first rounders for Jalen Ramsey. This is the same team you're going to see for the next couple of seasons. I expect them to turn things around. Is it going to be this game? Maybe. I do have them winning and cover, but it ain't going to look pretty. Again, this is a game that I would stay away from. It's a division game. I know Arizona could move the ball and they could put up some points up, but the Rams got to show me a fight at least, man. Honestly, because if they lose this game, then it's just going to look ugly, honestly.
all right, so this is amazing, but while you were literally talking about this game, I was still thinking about the last game with Tampa Bay and Jacksonville. I'm going to go back and switch that. I'm actually going to go with Jacksonville. So I'm going to...
winning cover?
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew?
I'm going to actually...
No, Nick
Nick
Foles.
Foles. I'm actually going to go back and change that. So I actually have Jacksonville winning that plus 2.5. Well, I think they'll win the game outright, but plus 2.5, take the points. With that Rams and Cardinals game, I can't take the Rams again. I really can't. They've pissed me off way too
I don't
much.
blame you.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I'll take the points. I'll take the 3 points and go with the Arizona Cardinals. And now the next game will be Oakland Raiders against the KC Chiefs, big divisional game. And Oakland's getting a lot of points. Are you taking those points or are you giving away with KC?
My second best pick of the week, I'm going to go Oakland plus 11. I think Kansas City wins, but I think Oakland keeps it close. If they win this game, guys, they're going to be tied in first place for their division. This is a big game. Again, I do expect Kansas City to win, but I at least expect Oakland to keep it close. Yes, they've been playing good football. I know they got bombed against the Jets, but that's not enough to tell me that they've been playing badly because they've been playing pretty good football. They've had a tough road schedule. They haven't played a home game since like November. Their first home game was in November. Excuse me, but I do like them to keep it close. That's my second best pick of the week. Oakland to cover the plus 11. Kansas City to win.
All right, I think that KC has been, first of all, Andy Reid is 17-3, if I'm mistaken, after a bye. So most likely, it's probably a very, very high likely chance that they'll win the game. I just didn't like what I saw out of Oakland against the Jets. They just were completely dominated and completely. This game is another.
It was
game.
a trip. It was a trip from West Coast to East Coast.
Well, then
Derek Carr can't play in minus 50 and below 50-degree weather, or whatever it is that they were trying to televise that day.
Well, then you got to go back from East Coast back to West Coast. You still got to make. Every team has to go through those trips, whether you're on the East Coast, whether you're on the West Coast. I'm not letting them use that as an excuse. They just played horribly last week, and I think KC is locked and loaded for a big one. Tyreek Hill is supposed to play. Everybody's supposed to be healthy. Most people are supposed to be healthy. I think Mahomes is going to have one of those five touchdown games. So I got KC winning by more than 11 and completely obliterating Oakland, pretty much ending their postseason.
So you're basing it off of one game?
You got to go what's latest because the latest is what you see. That starts the trend. So seeing how bad they were last week, I see them just continuing going down. Listen, I thought Oakland played over their heads. Nobody thought they were going to be good. Nobody thought they'd have a chance to be 500. Now they got off to that hot start. They had a chance with Cincinnati, and we saw what they did Cincinnati Jets back to back. They didn't really stand out the way I expected them to. So I just see them going down, especially against a Kansas City team that really wants to run away now.
No, fair point.
Chargers minus 3.5 versus Denver, and this is with them saying Phillip Rivers is now in the hot seat to possibly be replaced. So. First of all, do they win this game? Does he get replaced? What do you think about that game?
Drew Lock, man.
Ugly game. This game has 3-0 written all over it. I don't like this game.
3-0.
Give me Denver to win and cover this game. Again, playing in Mile High is hard enough. And honestly, I'm actually excited to see what Drew Lock brings to the table. I mean, it looks like they're going to start him. Phillip Rivers being on the hot seat or not being on the hot seat. I like to go with consistency and what teams have been showing me within the last month or two. And the Chargers have been stinking it up the last 2 months. I can't trust them minus 3.5. I got Denver plus 3.5. I love that. You guys take the points. Did they lose by a field goal? You still cover. But I also expect them to win this game as well.
This is going to be one of those games where Denver starting rookie quarterback Drew Lock. He was my favorite quarterback out of the draft. So That'll tell you I'm very high on him. However, it will be his first game action as he's been hurt all year. It's very tough for me to go with a rookie in his first start in his first game. So I'm going to have to go with the Chargers despite what you said, and I kind of believe what you said. It's either going to be he's going to come out on fire and Lockett's going to find a way to win this game, a la Baker Mayfield versus the Jets last year, or this is going to be Rivers on his last stand saying, listen, I'm still here, I'll throw for 2-3 touchdowns, we'll win the game. So I'm going to try to trust Rivers one more time to say he's going to be able to beat Denver. I don't know if that's very smart.
Producer, can we get the soundbite?
That's why. No. That's why I said this is a game I would not personally bet. I'll put it that way. I would not personally bet this game. Yo, why is it louder every time? Why is it louder every time? All right, listen. So yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Chargers. So I'll take Chargers minus 3.5. New England and their sick flu team against the Houston Texans.
Thank you.
Got?
Guys, this is my bonus pick. If I had to throw in another best pick, third best pick or whatever, give me New England all day minus 3. I don't buy this BS about any of the flu. And if they do, have the flu, I'm taking Belichick and Brady over Houston.
Even with the flu?
Damn. Even with the flu.
Damn.
Again, Houston's another team that to me has been super iffy. Either they'll show up or they won't show up. At least New England, when they're winning, they're winning close games. A lot of people don't like their style of football because they're not putting up points. But New England's doing what New England does best. They're finding ways to win, and I think they're going to find a way today.
This one was a very tough game for me to pick because I think Deshaun Watson does his best in prime time. So he likes being on the big stage. He's had games where he's pulled upsets against good teams in prime time. But I was still fully waiting. I still was fully about to pick New England to win this game. But I'm going to admit the flu news actually swayed me. So I'm actually going to pick Houston and Deshaun Watson to upset New England. But once again, it's a game that I personally will not bet because I think it can go either way. So I'm actually going to go with Houston plus 3 versus New England. And the Monday night game, and that was the Sunday night game, but the Monday night game, Minnesota versus plus 3 versus the Seattle Seahawks. Who do you got?
I actually like Minnesota to win and cover this game. Again, Seattle has been playing really good football. Both teams have, but Seattle but Seattle, they've been in a lot of close games, a lot of games that could have gone either way. It feels like every time Seattle plays, is always like that last team that has the ball wins the game, and it might be the case in this scenario. But I expect Dalvin Cook to have a big game. I do expect Kirk Cousins and Stephon Diggs and the rest of the squad to have a pretty good game as well. It should be a fun game to watch. If you guys don't have to bet this game, don't do it. Just sit back and enjoy the game, though. But I do like Minnesota to win and cover the plus 3.
I've already been on the record saying that I don't trust Kirk Cousins, and this game is in Seattle. So with him playing inside the 12th man and that loud ruckus noise, I don't trust him to have a good game. Russell Wilson is unflappable. If it's a close game late, I think he's going to get the job done. So I have Seattle winning that game minus 3. So I'll take Seattle and give the points. So with that, we finally give you the new format. We give you every pick for every single game. You guys can't talk about, you guys ain't talk about my game, or you only gave us 2 games a week. We gave you every single game.
Best, second best. We gave you bonus picks. We gave you underdog picks, and we gave you all the games.
And we told you every single pick. And I told you I was 5 or 6 last week, so you better ride the hot hand.
And we got a new soundbite, which we're going to be using more often.
Yeah, not with me. We're not using that with me. We'll be using that during 2 to the best.
We're gonna have to see how you guys do, after the week is over. You know what I'm saying?
No,
to give you some street cred. You know what I'm saying?
Either we're gonna get some
street cred,
some clapping sound bites. We're gonna get some
clapping, or
yeah. No. It already was too loud last time. We gotta cut that off.
There you go. Or that.
Listen, all right. So games are about to start. If you guys are watching right now, get the bets in, make some money, and we'll catch you guys on Wednesdays from Bogies, where we'll continue this streak and make you guys some more money.
Good people.
Peace. There goes the Peace.
Poor Pete got swallowed.